I just wanted to hop on here because
Most
I
people don't
have
know this.
hella errands to run today. Hella errands. Happy Monday, y'all. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody is doing good. Girl, I need to go get my nails done. I don't know if we're gonna do all that today, but I definitely it's snowing. It's snowing, y'all. Indiana is just it's depressing. Like, what the hell? But I figured I'd get on here. I have not been on here in a few days. And if it's your first time seeing me, girl, I get on here every day to put the mamas on, to show you why you should be making like all this stuff that I'm about to get ready and do, y'all. Literally, everything that I'm gonna get ready to do, I'm gonna purposely whip out the camera. I recently got these really cool glasses off of TikTok Shop. Um, where's my board at? Why is it not coming up? Why it ain't coming up? Okay, hold on. What? Okay, now it just disappeared. See? Again, no real plan. I guess. Let me see. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb too. But I said, y'all, I'm back to doing like 3 lives a day. But anyways, I get on here pretty much every day to show moms, women, people in general, because everybody been in their feelings lately. I'm like, you don't help the dads. Y'all, I help the dads. I help the dads too. I promise. I do. Okay, it's just majority of the people that come on my page are moms. But if you are not a mom, that is okay. I will be happy to help you get started. Digital marketing is for everybody. Okay, so don't ever feel like I'm secluding you. I don't want you to feel that way. I did, after me being in this space for as long as I've been in this space, decided to create a space for moms in particular, just because I had not seen anything out there. There isn't anything out there other than NPM that I'm aware of where it's specifically catered for moms, because moms think differently. You know, again, anybody can do digital marketing. It does not matter. If you have a phone and Wi-Fi, you should be creating some source of income for yourself, okay? We got too many resources, too many tools for us to use. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it, okay? So, like I said, I get on here to answer any questions that y'all may have. If you want to know what digital marketing is, basically anytime you recommend something, okay? Maybe something that, you know, helped you in your life. Maybe something that, you know, solved a problem for you and you speak highly of it, right? You be like, hey, go check this out. Okay. Okay, I'm not going nowhere. No. See, that's why I just said go ahead and get on live. I do not like to drive in the snow. Lord Jesus, I'm not going nowhere. Let me go ahead and get ready to order these groceries. So yeah. Again, y'all, not playing at all. But I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're doing good. Hey Lynn, welcome in. Y'all, I'm telling you, like, imagine what your summer could look like. Imagine what your Christmas could look like if you just lock in and learn a skill. And it's such a privilege to, you know, be able to make life-changing type of money from your phone. You know what I mean? That's really like insane that we have this opportunity. It's insane when I see especially younger people getting started. I just was helping a young lady, y'all, earlier this past weekend who is 14. I'm like, okay, I started working when I was 14, but it's just insane. You know what I mean? So take advantage of it. Take advantage. It does not matter your background. It does not matter how much knowledge you think you have or you don't have. If you are willing to, you know, take a few hours out of your day to learn a skill, you can learn a skill. You don't have to go back to school for it. You don't have to have a degree in it. You can start generating income. Whether that's digital marketing, with learning the skills that you learn from digital marketing, you can then bounce into print on demand. So many different things. Okay, so stop thinking that everything that you see online is too, you know, too good to be true. Stop thinking that there aren't people out here that are willing to help you. I get it. I've been burned a lot of times before, and that's why it's important to do your research. But also pray and talk to Jesus. Okay, ask for discernment. And make sure, you know, to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, this is for you. But I'm just going to kind of explain what I do. And then if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. But basically, long story short, I got started with Done For You Digital Marketing. And basically, Done For You is basically somebody took the time to put together a course, a program. Sometimes it's even ebooks, guides, or whatever. And they allow you to sell it as yours. You can, you can't necessarily like change it up completely. That would be considered more so PLR, which is private label rights. But with Done For You Digital Marketing, it's really cool because you can learn from it. So a lot of the times, you know, you buy a product off of somebody and it's just, you know, you are just getting that even exchange of, hey, I bought this and I'm going to learn from it. But with Done For You Digital Marketing, it's really cool because as you're learning, you can also turn around and sell this, you know, product to someone else. and you didn't have to build nothing. So that's the really cool thing about it. Like, as you're learning, you are making money at the same time. When I got started, I didn't know everything about digital marketing. I really didn't understand marketing. I didn't understand branding. I didn't understand sales psychology. But all I did understand was I wanted to make some coin, okay? I wanted to make some money. And I wanted to, find an easier way. I am a big believer, and then this is why I speak to moms a lot of the times. I don't believe in working hard. Once I discovered that I could do not a lot or just do something that I actually enjoy and turn it into income, I was like, baby, what what am I about to be working hard for? I used to think that, oh, if I trade a whole bunch of my time, a whole bunch of my energy for some money, then I'm going to make some more money. I used to think that if I sign up for a whole bunch of overtime, then I'm going to make some more money, not realizing how burnt out I was, how tired I was, and how I was missing out on moments with my kids. And that really inspired me to be like, okay, well, I got to figure out, there's got to be a way that I don't have to spend a lot of time. I don't have to like really do something that I don't want just to, supplement my income. I know there's a way, right? I don't know if I have anybody in here right now that feels the exact way. Like, hey, I ain't got no problem working hard, but do I want to? Hell no. So when I found digital marketing, like it changed my life completely. And I was like, man, so many other people, so many other moms need to know this, because I know that feeling of like, damn, I got to pay for expensive ass childcare. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically paying for somebody to watch my kids so I can go to work so I can pay them. And it's like this same cycle that you keep repeating, instead of like, how can I take things in my everyday life and turn into income? And so that's why I was extremely passionate about, showing moms like, girl, you on this phone every single day. You on this phone every single day. If you don't prop this bad boy up when you doing the laundry, when you doing the dishes, when you're playing with your kids, even if you don't want to show them, right? And, make it entertaining, make it educational, make it inspiring, right? Put some text on the screen. And on the back end of that, when you add a call to action, you send people, to a product that can possibly, or that will solve their problem, whether that be making more money, supplementing their income, getting their time back, like that's all it is. There is no, like, a lot of people be like, well, what's the catch? What I gotta do? And it's like, girl, it ain't no catch. It ain't nothing that you go. That is how simple it is, y'all. Like, just like how I'm telling y'all right now. Hey, Tish. Hey, it's me. Hey, Amanda. What happened? Oh, I'm showing you how you can get started with digital marketing, done for you digital marketing. Amanda, are you a mom? Or let me know if you are a mom in the chat. If not, that's okay. I have another program that you can get started with as well, too. But the really cool thing about it is, y'all, it's like, hey, Jew, you can start, y'all, with no experience, Like I said, I have a young lady that I'm working with now who's 14, and she's so excited to get started with it, because, again, like, it does not matter your background. As long as you are willing to change your situation, you can change your situation, y'all. Again, as long as you have a phone and Wi-Fi, you can change your situation. Now, am I saying that this is a get-rich-quick scheme? No, nothing is, right? If you go to a job, you got to work hard. If you, start a business, you have to work hard. But the point is this a lot easier than showing up and having your earning potential cap? Because when you work a job, right, again, it's great. Ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm trading my time for money, right? I have to physically be present in order to make some money. I have to physically show up sometimes for 2 weeks straight in order for me to get a paycheck. While with digital marketing and done for you digital marketing, you didn't have to create anything. All you have to do is just plug and play your life, okay? So again, it does not matter your experience. It does not matter if you've never used social media like that before. As long as you are willing to learn, right? As long as you are willing to actually learn the information and take time to do it, you can do it. I have had so many students that I've worked with who literally were oblivious, who literally didn't even know, like, oh, I thought I had to be an influencer. Oh, I thought I had to have this huge following and get a whole bunch of likes and views in order to get people to buy something from me. Just in general, there's such this bad culture around selling like it's a bad thing, because I get it. People be burned, people, things like that. But when you are actually helping people and serving people first, you don't feel bad about it. You don't feel like you're coming off salesy. What you say, Amanda? Are you all over the US? Yes. So what I'm talking about is global. You can be anywhere. Where I have students literally in Dubai, in Jamaica, in the UK. Like, it does not matter where you're at. As long as you have access to your phone and Wi-Fi, you could be generating income right from your phone. It does not matter. So hey, on TikTok. So when I got started with it, I was like, okay, I kind of have some, I guess you can say, some social media experience, but not really. I didn't know anything about sales psychology. I didn't know about branding. I didn't know like how to speak to people, right, to get them on my page. Because it's a thing. A lot of us on average even if you don't have a large following, right? You get about 100 views, 200 views, okay? And a lot of people like, oh, that's not a lot of people. That's da, 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 da. Girl, yeah, the hell it is, because if 200 people bought something from you, depending on what what you price it at, that could be life changing for you, right? And again, if you're helping and serving, that makes a huge difference. Hey, on TikTok, okay? So I'm sure everybody that's in this live right now, you have been through something, you have experienced something. Hey, is it Kanza? You have experienced something, right? You've overcame something, right? Do you know that that very thing, you can turn around and package it into a digital product and sell it, okay? Because again, you are proof that, hey, I got through this. And I mean something as simple as, hey, I needed to learn how to get more organized in my home, right? I was struggling with that. I used to, a lot of people struggle with like OCD or whatever like that. Okay, well, how did you get over that? How did you fix that problem? Because there's somebody else out there that is going through the exact same thing, right? Well, you can take that, turn that into a digital product, whether that be a guide, it could be a YouTube video that you post unlisted. It could be so many different ways, right? And that's the really cool thing about it. See, a lot of us think that what we've been through in life and the struggles that we have overcome, nobody will care, or nobody is interested. That's something that you personally went through. But in reality, there's so many people out here like us, y'all. So again, it's not about you not being qualified. It's not about you not having the experience. You've been through shit. So you can share it. And really, the really cool thing about it is, and I want to make sure that I'm clear about it, is yes, you can turn anything into a digital product, but the important part in how you actually turn it into revenue and income is it has to be something that's actually highly sought after. It has to be something that people actually want, that people are constantly searching for. Nowadays, when people have a problem or an issue, y'all, and I know when y'all hear the word problem, people be thinking like a problem, no, it ain't got to be nothing like bad or anything, right? But just something as simple as, hey, how do I, maybe batch my content so I can be consistent on social media, right? Maybe you're really, really good at that. Well, what did you decide to do? Is it you decided to batch in Canva? Do you have a system like maybe you batch inside of CapCut? Maybe you use a certain app that we don't know about, right? But there are people that are actively looking for that problem. If you go on TikTok, if you go on YouTube and type in how to, and just look at all of the things that people are actively searching, if you build a digital product around that, that is going to be something that is highly sought after for. That's going to be something that people are going to see value in, right? Because they are actively looking for that solution. So you become that go-to person of, hey, I figured it out. This is what works for me. I'm able to batch 100 videos in 30 minutes, okay? Like, that's how quick and easy something like that is. And then you can turn around and turn it into a digital product. And then what you'll be doing is every day on social media, you'll use it to promote your offer, and you'll use y'all. I'm sure y'all at this point know what a CTA is. I hope so. I'm musty and pretty. I ain't musty, baby. Sorry. I just got out of the shower, so I can't be musty. Not this early in the morning. Hey, Jeremy, thank you for subscribing. So like you can turn that into a digital product, and then what you'll be doing every single day is promoting that offer, y'all, promoting it. So the whole point is a lot of us are on social media and we're posting without a purpose. If you turn it into an actual purpose, it can turn into income for you. Now, I'm not telling you need to quit your job or anything like this. Is something that you could be doing in your free time. And as you get better and better and better and better, it can be something that you can turn into full-time income. Thank you, Hope. I appreciate you. So do I have anybody that, do you need me to explain a little bit more? I want to break it down because I know I got some new people coming here. But if you are someone who's like, look, I'm not the most creative person. I really don't want to create nothing. I really don't want to do none of that or whatever like that. You do not have to. And that's exactly how I got started. That's exactly how I was able to make multiple six figures as a complete beginner doing this, okay? I started with selling someone else's product, a product that was already proven, a product that was already highly sought after, a product that people already were, buying. A lot of the times, when you start selling things online, it's important. What's the first thing people like to do before they buy something? They want to go look at the testimonies. They want to go look at the reviews. They want to be sure that, hey, is this really going to work for me? Is this just like a fluke where it just happened for you? Or is it like a proven strategy that if I utilize it, if I follow the system, if I follow the structure, I too can then start generating income? And that's what I personally prefer a lot of people to get started that way, just because ain't nothing wrong with a little small profit, but I like big profits. Okay. So yeah, you definitely can. I'm sure y'all have seen 1,001 videos. I know y'all see the videos all the time. Oh, you can go into Canva, go on ChatGPT and just create this digital products and sell it for $27 and sell 100 of them, or whatever like that. And that's your $27. That's cute. I also think that it's a lot better and a lot easier if you get started with, again, something that is already working for people, something that has already been proven that, hey, people want this information, people want to learn. And that is exactly, like I said, how I got started and how you can get started as well too. But you're actually learning at the same time, which is so important, y'all. People are constantly always like, well, not even people, these algorithms are constantly always changing shit, okay? Always evolving. There's always something, changing with social media. So it's your job to kind of stay with it, because a lot of times we'll learn something and then it's a whole new algorithm out here. It's a whole new system out here. What you say, babe? Hey, girl, I need some advice for my little research. What little research? Martin says, slow down. What you mean slow down? Am I going too fast, y'all? So again, if I have any moms in here, I created a community. Once I had honestly scaled my business to my first 6 figures and I was selling somebody else's shit. And this is what I always tell people, like, I started the done for you route, y'all, that way. And I think it's 10 times easier because, like I said, it's already been proven. You're not really kind of trying to come over that hump of like, hey, I'm the first person doing this. Hey, I'm the first person that like trying to get this offer out there, right? Because it takes time. It takes time for you to build that momentum. And y'all, in the beginning, I'm not going to lie to you, a lot of times people are not going to support you. People are not going to follow you. People are not going to, you know what I mean? They feel a certain type of way, because when it comes to the wealth niche, just in general, people get a little funny about that. But that's because a lot of people in this world, I hate to say it, have poor mindsets. A lot of people feel like, hey, it's too good to be true. There's no way, because everybody would be doing it. Well, you could also go to the gym every single day and eat healthy and you could have your dream body. But guess what? A lot of people don't do that either. So it definitely requires you to show up. It definitely requires work. Thank you for the follow, Jerry. I'll be sure to follow you back. It definitely requires, you to show up. But at the same time, you can have fun with it. And that's why I'm so passionate about what I do. That's why I love helping others. When you get started with me, I'm going to help you set up your website. I'm going to help you with your content plan, because I'm telling you, you can change your situation, but you can also have fun with it. Like I just mentioned earlier, y'all, I'm about to literally run hella errands. I get paid to run my errands because I put my camera up, I film myself. Maybe I try to, maybe in one video I might have my jacket on, next video I might not, what I'm saying, switch it up a little bit, right? But I use my everyday moments because my audience is typically moms and that's who I'm talking to, right? So I'm going to show me picking up toys around my house. I'm going to show me doing the dishes, doing the laundry, vacuuming, because psychology, when a mom sees me, she's going to stop in her store and be like, damn, okay, what's she talking about? I don't even know what the hell she's talking about, but what's she talking about, right? And then now I got you here. So now let me educate you real quick. Did you know this video right here of me vacuuming, this 7-second video of me vacuuming pays me $500 a day? Okay, well, what do you mean it pays you $500 a day? Yeah, so I'm using a system that literally is showing me marketing, branding, sales psychology, and also how to create my own offers. If you're interested, comment the word offer and I'll send it over to you. Then boom, I have my system set up. They're automated. So my business runs for me even when even when I'm not actually present. Okay, unlike us working a job and us being present, we physically having to be there and trading our time for money, right? I got all my systems set up, and inside of my program, I teach you how to do all of this, right? Boom, when that person comments that keyword, I send them a message, send them the link. Hey, and it's up to them. If you're interested in getting started, you can start to learn the exact way that I'm learning, okay? And that's all this is, y'all. And it's rinse and repeat, okay? Nothing, no kind of rocket science, no nothing. Sorry about that, baby. I didn't mean to send you an invitation. Sorry. What you say? Then make a video like this and run ads on TikTok for your course. No, I don't run ads, babe. Running offer and set up if that's something that you want to do, you're more than welcome to do it. I don't use WAP or WOP. I don't know what it's called. I don't personally use that, but if that's something that you want to do, you're more than welcome to do that. I like all of my sales and everything like that, and me being able to make multiple 6 figures have all came organically from content. Me getting on live and me posting my content. But some people do take that angle. But I will say, like in the beginning, when it comes to running ads, ads is one of them things where, just from what I've learned from it, you definitely got to spend some money to make some money. I know people that spend about $10,000 a month but they're making good money. And it's like, I'm speaking to beginners. If that's something that you want to do and you want to invest in, great. That's a great way where you really don't have to like put yourself out there. But why not, like, with having content and getting better and, you know what I'm saying, again, having fun. I get paid to take myself to brunch, go get my nails done, turn that into content. I always tell my moms inside of my community, we romanticizing it, y'all. Romanticizing you loading the dishwasher, okay? Because that's all it is. There is no wrong or right way of doing it. Now, granted, we do need your content to look like something, okay? I ain't about to, don't be having no bullshit in the video, y'all, okay? I be having to tell people that and remind you. But when you learn how to story tell again, and when you learn how to actually serve people again, a lot of the times, and this is where the difference for a lot of beginners, you're making so much me content, and the content is about you, about you, about you, where it should be about your audience. I get it. This is your social media page, and you can do what the hell you want to do, right? But if you actually want to generate income and make it a business. See, a lot of people get freaked out when they hear the term business, right? Like, oh my God, I don't want to have a business. I'm scared. But why not? Well, you know, y'all, when I stepped out on faith and I decided to do this, I was terrified. I didn't have the confidence to do it. I even actually started off faceless, y'all. I started off as a whole faceless white woman on social media. Maybe, and the crazy thing about it was I was faceless and I wasn't even showing her face. But that was what I seen. That was my first impression of what I seen was working. So that's what I thought that I had to do, you know, too. But, you know, in my journey of doing it, I was like, you know what, I can show up as me, and I actually end up being forced to kind of do it because my page ended up getting shut down because I was a faceless content creator. And I was posting like, y'all, I was posting like crazy because I ain't gonna lie, you start getting addicted to it when it's like, wow, I'm just showing up. I'm just literally, you know, talking about the things that I'm learning. It's not about being an expert. It's not about me having all the answers. I'm just literally sharing the information like, hey, I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying, if you do this, this, and this on social media, it could turn into this, right? And so I would share that with my audience, and that would bring people in. And then when they would see me on live, when they would see my content, they would buy, okay? And again, a lot of people have made this whole bad culture of like selling is such a bad thing. Oh my God, like you shouldn't sell. But why if it's gonna be a blessing to somebody? Why if it's gonna help somebody change their life? Why? We all have phones. We all have Wi-Fi. We spend all day on the internet anyway. So why not turn that into an opportunity for yourself? You know what I mean? Everybody want to be afraid of AI and be so afraid of it. But this is the same thing that could possibly replace you on your job, and then you're gonna be like, well, you know what I mean? So it's like, get in where you fit in now before it's too late, y'all. We have free advertisement. Do you have to run ads? Hell no. Like, again, I've been able to make multiple six figures, y'all, multiple six figures in less than 2 years from organic content. You get on this internet every single day, you post content, you make a Facebook status, a thread status for attention, but what are you doing with that attention? Are you just letting it sit there? Or you can actually turn it into something that will help you. Typically, a lot of the times that the people are following us, we have some similarities in common, right? So I could put you on, baby, you could put me on. You know what I mean? And that's what I wish more people would realize that and understand that instead of thinking everything is a scam. That is such a poor mindset. You'll be praying and asking God to send you opportunity, and the same thing keep popping up, the same thing keep popping up, the same thing keep popping. You like, nah, it's still good. Nah, ain't nobody, you know what I mean? And I get it, you know, and that's why I'm so big on like helping and serving, you know, people that I, you know, on a day, like even if you're not my student, right? I try to get on here every day, answer any questions that you have, help you get started, because it can change your life. It's enough out here for everybody. It's not no like, oh, let me try to gatekeep this information. I'm not gonna put you on because you know you're gonna be taking my custom. Nah, what God got me for me, He got for me. What He got for you, He got for you. But at the same time, stop thinking that you cannot change your financial situation, y'all. The generation that we're in, we have social media. We have, you know what I'm saying, AI. Use this shit to your advantage, okay? Use it to get ahead while you can, okay? Like right now, cost of living is going up. And you know what I mean? Jobs ain't paying more, right? And again, that isn't, your earning potential is truly capped. But what if you can create your own opportunity for yourself, your own offer for yourself? So again, you get paid while you sleep. You get paid while you're working. You get paid while you're on vacation. You get paid while you're present with your kids. And that's what it's all about. And that's exactly what I teach inside of my community, inside of my program. And the really cool thing about it is, as a mom, I knew that a lot of moms don't have time. But if you have a few hours out of your day, I show you how to, you know, batch your content. I show you about marketing. I talk about branding. I talk about sales psychology. But I also show you how to, sis, where you're at today. It's not about you faking a facade. It's not about you pretending to be something that you're not. You have been through life experience. You brought a life into the goddamn world, okay? You can take all of that, package that into something, talk about your story, talk about your journey, and it would be a blessing for someone else. That's all this is, okay? And again, it does not matter your background. It does not matter if you have any followers or not, you know? Like a lot of my students, when they get started, a lot of them just opt to kind of like start a new page, which is completely fine because they don't want their family in their business. That's normal, y'all. Whatever's going to get you going and get your confidence, you know what I'm saying? Because again, I get it. People don't be wanting like, I don't want my family watching me. I don't want them talking about. But see, this is the thing. Inside of my program, versus a lot of other programs and courses that are out here, y'all, they require you to kind of consume all this information in a few days. then launch and pretend like you're this expert. And it's like inside of my community, I tell my moms, you know, you're not speaking from the same point of view that I'm speaking from. You're not saying, hey, I'm going to teach you how to make $1,000 online. Sorry, y'all. You're not doing that, because if you ain't made $1,000 online, how the hell you go create some content telling somebody, hey, I'm going to show you how to make $1,000 online? Or how are you going to tell somebody, hey, I'm going to show you how to grow your first 100K followers on Instagram and you got 20 followers? We're not doing that. And see, and a lot of programs do that to beginners, and that's why beginners get stuck. That's why beginners don't know what to do, and that's why they feel like this shit ain't working for me, because it's like, damn, do I need to get on here and lie in order to get some sales, or do I tell the truth? Baby, tell your truth. Because one, people can always feel through that shit. Energy is a real big thing, okay? And people can tell when you just using ChatGPT and you ain't even read the damn caption, ain't read the hook, ain't read none of that. You just copy and paste it. It has to be more than that, okay? And that's why I teach you to take your everyday life, take your real journey, your story, and turn that into content that converts into dollars, okay? So again, I don't teach moms how to make money online. I teach you how to become the women that never has to worry about money again. Because when you learn high income skills, right? Marketing, branding, sales psychology, you then know how to position yourself online. You then know how to talk to people where it hits those pain points and those pleasure points too, right? Where they see themselves in you, okay? And again, it's not about creating me content, right? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. At the end of the day, I can get on here and tell y'all, girl, I pay cash for my Range Rover. I go on trips whenever I want to. My babies, y'all don't give a damn, because that's not your life, right? You want to know what can I do? And I'm here to tell you everything that I have been able to do for my family when I once was living paycheck to paycheck, and I once was in that cycle of like, damn, it's never enough. It's never enough. It's never enough. I changed that situation by creating an asset for myself that I now have been selling for almost 2 years. And also the asset that I first got started with, you know, as a beginner, right? I sell the same 2 products over and over. I'm not hustling hard or what am I gonna come up with today? What, right? I literally just film my everyday life, the laundry, doing the dishes, okay? How many of y'all do dishes? How many of y'all do the laundry? How many of y'all be typing on the computer when you at work or whatever like that? All of that stuff is content that you can use and turn it into a message that your audience will feel seen in, and they will buy your product from you. Okay, that's all it is. There's nothing there's nothing special that I have that you don't. Only thing that I tell people, the only difference between me and a lot of y'all is I just took action. I was tired of it just being enough. I was tired of me just having enough. And I said, you know what? I deserve more. So what I got to do to get there? I tried to do YouTube, right? I thought that was going to be the thing. I thought that was going to take off. Didn't take off as fast enough for me, okay? Try to do UGC. Yeah, I was getting some money, but it took too long for them to goddamn pay me. Try to do wholesale real estate or whatever like that. I didn't like going door to door and knocking on people's doors and them cussing me the hell out. So the easiest and the fastest, really like journey that I've ever been through was digital marketing, y'all, and especially done for you digital marketing. Yes, all day I'm gonna tell you, can you go and create your own product? By any means, do that shit. That's the free way if you want to start that way. Open up ChatGPT, right, and have it interview you. You can go into ChatGPT right now and say, look, I am good at this, and this. Everybody always asks me advice on this. Everybody, everything that you know about me are based about me, y'all. And this is just a random prompt I'm giving you, right? Can I turn this into a digital product? Is this something that's going to be of value? Would this be something that's highly sought after? You know what I mean? And again, use the things that you already, like, people come and ask you for every single day. Is it relationship advice? Relationships is a really good niche to be in it. Maybe you good at credit repair, right? Girl, you better hop on this trend and start fixing credit, whatever it is, okay? But again, if you consider yourself that, you're not someone who's, like, oh, I don't really think I have the best ideas or whatever, then start with Done For You Digital Marketing. Start with a program where you're going to learn the skills, and the people that you're helping, they can also learn those skills as well too, but they can also turn around and sell that product as their own. Okay. So I have 2 programs that you can get started with. Again, the one that I created, and actually the one that I learned from, is called Digital Wealth Academy. Again, I know I have a lot of people on here that be like, girl, you don't help them. You don't help nobody else out other than mamas. Again, y'all, I will help you. It does not matter. But yes, 99% of the time I'm talking to a mom. So if you are a mom in the room, I do know that my community and my program is going to be the best thing for you, because the way it's broken down, the way I explain things, because I get it. I'm a mom. I'm limited on time. I don't have that much time in my day either, okay? But that still doesn't mean that I can't take the time to learn a skill. I can't invest in me and take time for me, right, to turn it in. Let me back some content. A lot of y'all got hella videos in y'all phone right now. I know you do. Hella videos in your phone right now that you could turn it into content. What the hell is you filming it for? Okay, well, let me not say it like that, because sometimes we do want to have our little, our little photos that we go back, you know, especially as moms, we always going back and looking like, oh, look at my baby when she was 3 years old. I do that shit all the time. But girl, if you don't take that and turn that into some content that's gonna make you some money, so why you feel a certain type of way, okay? But y'all, again, I do have 2 programs that you can start with. One is called Digital Wealth Academy, and that program is for everybody, whether young, old, woman, man, female, mama, daddy, it don't matter, okay? And it's a great program. Like I said, it's the one that I got started with. If you are interested in that, let me know. Comment DWA in the comments, okay? Like I said, this is the exact program that I started with. Taught me everything that I knew. Truly is the blueprint of what digital marketing is and understanding what it is, okay? There are also multiple side hustles inside of this program, okay, that you can learn. So if you're interested in learning sales psychology, marketing, branding, and all of that, right? Which is important. And that's going to be the first thing I want you to learn, right? Because that plays into everything else that you can learn, okay? But they also have UGC. They have Amazon reviews. They have, you know, other ways that you can create other streams of income. But this is what a lot of people won't tell you, and I'm going to tell you this, and this is why I created my community and my program like how I did. A lot of people get distracted, y'all. A lot of people get distracted so fast, so easy, and that's the problem, okay, y'all? Nothing that is worth having, nothing that can truly change your life is going to happen overnight, right? So you got to be locked in. Thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate you. You got to be locked in, y'all. And that's the difference. A lot of these people get on this internet every day and be like, yeah, buy this product today and you're going to be a millionaire tomorrow. No, the fuck you're not. You're not. You're not. Okay? It don't work like that. It requires work, but it can be life-changing for you. So many of my students have quit their jobs, left their 9-to-5, right? And are doing this full time. You know what I mean? But again, anything worth having requires work, okay? Stop looking for, that's your goddamn problem. Y'all be looking for a get rich quick scheme, and then you find one because you listen to what a person is telling you. Yeah, you're gonna make your first $1,000 tomorrow. You're not. You need to learn sales psychology. You need to learn marketing. You need to learn branding, right? You need to learn how to position yourself online. You need to learn how to actually talk to people and speak to their pain points, speak to their pleasure points. That takes time, okay? It do. Okay. Now, can you get your sale in the first week or 2? Absolutely. Realistically, I tell people, give yourself realistically 30 days. Okay. A lot of the times when you go on a goddamn job, I don't know, it's been a minute, but like when you go on a job, say if you get paid every 2 weeks, sometimes it take you a month to get paid. So why is this any different? Okay. Again, this is something that you are allowing to work and move on your own time, right? So again, allow it to grow, allow it for you to get better, allow for you to learn, right? That's important. And I really want to say that, okay? Because again, I'm not one of the type of motherfuckers that's going to get on here and be like, girl, buy my program today and you're going to be, I'm telling you, you're going to be up 10K by tomorrow. You're going to be up 10K tomorrow. Realistically, you're not. Because did you take the time to learn this shit? You want to be putting yourself in a position so you can actually help somebody, okay? You don't want to be out here lying to these people because they're going to come back and hunt your ass and they're going to talk about you like a dog and then they're going to mess up your social media page because they're going to be, yeah, this whole played me, da-da-da-da. We don't want that, okay? We want to give quality. We want to give quality, all right? So, again, I tell people realistically, you know, give yourself time to learn it. So, like, for example, with DWA, that's the program that I was mentioning. That's for everybody, okay? Y'all, and when I say this, if you go on my website right now, these are the only 2 programs that I offer. I'm not somebody that's like, hey, buy my $5 ebook, buy my $17 ebook, buy this 20. No, I believe in, hey, let me give you all that you need in one place, okay? And then you can also sell this as your own. If you don't want to sell it, you don't have to sell it. You can just learn from it, create your own offer, and you have that option as well, too. But the reason why I tell people start this way, right? Because again, a lot of the work is already done for you. And then on top of that, once you start building trust with your audience, once they see like, hey, wow, she doesn't offer bullshit or he doesn't offer bullshit. And I bought this program off of them and it really helped me and it really got me to that next level. Surely when you decide that you want to create your own offer, then bet. You know what I'm saying? You've already established trust with your audience. You already established a reputation about yourself where people feel comfortable, okay? Because again, you didn't play them. You didn't burn their ass, okay? So that's very important to establish online first, right? And if you're starting from a new page, it takes time to build that trust. Psychology is proven that it takes, baby, people got to see you 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times before they buy from you. I'm sure it's a whole bunch of people in this live right now, girl or sir, that you got 18 items in your Amazon cart right now and you thinking about it. You thinking about, oh, I'm going to get it. You got that Shein cart. It's packed. That TikTok shop cart right now is packed. And you like, okay, I'm going to get it. But it takes time, okay? That's the same way. And that's what you learn inside of sales psychology, okay? So again, with DWA, great beginner information. I'm gonna link everything down in the description. Y'all just kind of hopped on live today. So again, if you are interested, I'll be happy to get you started. When I do help you get started, I do set up your website for you, and I also give you a 30-day content plan, okay? Because I want you to be successful. I want you to get over those beginner jitters or whatever like that and just start, okay? A lot of people just don't start, y'all, and that's what's holding so many of y'all back. You got the information, you got the knowledge, baby, you got the charisma. But your ass just won't start. I'm scared. I don't know what they're gonna see. It's just too new. But meanwhile, you praying and asking God, I want to get out of my situation. I want to get out of my situation. You know what I'm saying? Baby, change your situation. You have the power to do that, okay? Don't nobody else got the power but you to do that. Hi there, I'm new. Can I ask questions? Yeah, go ahead and ask questions. I hope they're in regards to digital marketing. Okay. I have to always put that disclaimer out there. Okay. I'm not on here to talk about my life, my relationship, please. Okay. I just want to let y'all know because people be doing too much. Okay. Now, when I started scaling my business with digital, y'all, and this is the program that helped me make multiple six figures, y'all, literally less than 2 years, me selling somebody else's shit. Okay. I really want y'all to understand that. Okay. To the point where a lot of people, and if you can even go back on my YouTube page here, and see a lot of my previous lives from way, way, way back in. And this should show you and just prove to you, again, it's not about feeling like you have to have so many different offers and you got to come up with this. And then if you get one product that solves a problem, that's highly sought after, right? That's actually full of value, then you can sell that over and over and over and over and over. And that's the beauty of digital marketing, okay? It's not about constantly, like, let me reinvent the wheel. I got to change it up. I got to do this. No, I've been doing the same thing for the last 2 years. But once I discovered, like, wow, if I can make multiple six figures from selling a program for everybody, right, that I didn't even create, okay, it's time for me to create my own offer. And that's what a lot of people don't take away from digital marketing. A lot of people think it's just about reselling the course, y'all, and it's not. It's so much more, okay? Once you learn these high income skills, it allows you to set yourself up to always create opportunities for yourself, to always create money opportunities for yourself, okay? So whether that be you creating your own offer, your own community, your own course, even just learning from AI and using Canva. Maybe you might have a homegirl like, girl, I was about to pay this chick $5,000 to create my flyers for me or whatever. Oh, damn, sis. I know how to create flyers. I use Canva and use ChatGPT every single day. I can create them flyers for you. Instead of you paying $5,000, I'll charge you $2,000. So again, it's so much more than just y'all reselling the course. We gotta broaden the horizon, okay? Can you do that forever? Absolutely. And I used to think that was what I was going to do too. Like, I was like, man, hell, I'm making 10K every month from just reselling some shit. You know what I'm saying? If I sell 20 a month, I'm good. You know what I mean? And once you start, looking at the math and calculating it like that, I was like, okay, if I can do this for somebody else, I can do this for myself. And that's what inspired me to create my community for moms, because I knew moms needed a little bit more support. I knew that moms needed a little bit more structure, right? And if they had a system, because again, I didn't see anything out here that show people what to do, what to say, and how to show up online. Show moms to really tap into, sis, you do a form of marketing every day. You run a business every day by managing your household, by managing schedules, by managing the budget, by turning, random ass ingredients into, what I'm saying, an actual meal. If you change your perspective just a little bit, you can realize that is running a business. So stop thinking that you're not qualified. Stop thinking that, I don't know if I have. No, that's not true, because you do it every single day. Being a mom is 10 times harder than running a business is. You just got to learn how to utilize your systems, learn how to use structure, right? That's going to help you, right? And learn how to work smarter and not harder, okay? When you start using automation and systems, and I talk about all of this inside of my program, that sets you up, y'all. There's days where I don't even log in and my business prints money for me because I have content, and content constantly gets views, right? I have content that I posted last year that I still get paid from, okay? So stop saying, well, I just don't know if I did. No, you just never been taught. So if you're ready to learn and you want a system that's going to tell you what to do, tell you what to post, and tell you how to show up online so you can start generating income, let me know and comment in PM, because I'll be happy to help you get started. If you don't want to show your face online, no excuse. You can get started with both programs either way, okay? Again, y'all, I can lead you to the water, and I say this all the time, but I can't make you drink it, okay? But again, do you really want to go and sign up for, Amazon Flex, DoorDash, right? And be working hard and stressing yourself out, baby, running your car down and doing all of that for pennies? Or would you rather tap into a done for you digital system that you're actually going to learn from so you can create more income from, right? That you can resell as your own without you not having to build nothing, without you not having to, literally build something from the ground up Tap into that. And every time you resell it, you're walking away with $400. You're walking away with $500. That's how easy and simple this is, okay? Again, does it take time for you to reach that level? Yes, because people have to see you 7, 8, 9, 10 times. That's what I'm saying. Yes, I've had students that have made a sale on their first day, but they may have already had somebody lined up. But again, when you're posting content and stuff like that, you're going to be posting educational content. You're going to be posting, motivational content and content, again, not necessarily about you, right? But what have you overcame? What have you, gotten through? Again, something as simple as, hey, maybe you didn't know what digital marketing was, right? But you took the leap of faith and you got started. And now, you're learning so much. I tell people all the time, both of the programs that I sell, y'all, are worth well over $3,000, right? But the fact that you're getting it for, $500, $400, right? And you can get started on a payment plan and literally learn while you earn. And, a lot of my students, by the first time that they get their first sale, then they pay it off, But you can get started for, just one payment down. Start learning the systems, set up your systems, right? Get a flow and get it going, right? And be consistent, y'all. That's the biggest thing, of being consistent. Not just being consistent and posting bullshit content. Let me make sure I say that, because a lot of people are like, why it was supposed to? This shit is trash. This is trash. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Brian. I'm doing good today. How are you? Happy Monday, y'all. Hey, Maine. So again, if I have anybody that would like to get started, feel free to shoot me a DM. I'm always here to answer y'all questions. I'm always here to give y'all free game. Okay. Again, YouTube is cool, but again, some of that takes a lot of time. If you are getting 100 views, 50 views, if you are learning how to get the right people, it does not matter, okay? And that's what I teach a lot of people, because a lot of people be so held up on, well, I don't get a lot of views and I don't have a lot of followers. But what if they're the right people? What if you have six people that are actually interested in your offer and they buy, okay? 6 times 5, can we do basic math? Baby, that's $3,000 right then and there. And y'all, and that's how easy and simple this is. Same thing with MPM, my program. My program is $397. You can get started on payment plan, so you can get started for $99 down, okay, mama? As a mom, how many times, there's a lot of times where I've sold my program, not even on social media, just being at the park, being at an indoor playground and just talking to a mom. And again, as a mom, we have I feel like just a secret spoken language amongst each other. We get it. We understand one another, right? And it's so much easier talking to someone who is like you, right? Instead of trying to get on this internet, pretend to be somebody that you're not, put on this fake fraud. We're not doing that, y'all. It's 2026. Honestly, people are really tired of the aesthetic, perfectly, we're tired of it. It's getting really old, okay? We're ready for some new real shit. Bitch, my house is not clean right now. It's toys all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But again, when a mom sees that, she's going to be like, damn, I thought I was the only one that felt that way. I thought I was the only one that thought that way. I thought I was the only one that be panicking and having anxiety attacks because my house is not aesthetically pleasing, or, or whatever. And again, you use that to your advantage. That's not a bad thing, okay? So again, y'all, stop making excuses of why you can't change your situation. Use your phone, use that Wi-Fi, and learn high income skills. Yes, there is plenty of free information online. You can go on TikTok. You can go on YouTube, but think about how long it would take you to try to put all that information together. Remember everything that you learned, right? And then apply it, right? Get a done for you system that has all of that information in there organized. So if you want to learn about marketing, there's a module on that. If you want to learn about branding, there's a module on that. If you want to learn more about Instagram, there's a module on that. And it's all organized, and you can literally get what you need and leave what you don't, and learn from it. Apply the skills, show up, implement, and be consistent, y'all. I'm telling y'all, that's the only difference between I was able to make well over $300,000, y'all, in less than 2 years as a complete beginner. I bought my dream car cash. I can go on vacation whenever I want. I just recently bought a luxury apartment in Chicago. My kids are trust fund babies. I put my bills on auto pay. All of this from digital marketing, okay? A 9-to-5 was never designed for us to ever be ahead. It was never designed for us to ever get rich or be a millionaire. It was designed for us just to have enough, so we keep coming back, and keep coming back. So we'll keep signing up for overtime. So we'll keep signing up for that, just to turn around and a whole year later of all of our hard work, of all of our energy, of all those moments that we missed out of being present with our kids or being present with our family, just to get $1 increase, a 25-cent increase, okay? If that's the life that you want to keep living, by all means, keep doing that, right? But if you're ready for change and you're ready for more, then you need to have your own asset. You need to have your own source of income, right? So somebody is not telling you, hey, this is when you can eat. Oh, you thought you was going to go on a trip. Well, baby, I'm not giving you no hours this week, okay? We not living our life like that. Take advantage of social media. Take advantage of AI and use it to your advantage. It does not matter your age. It does not matter where you're from. It does not matter your background. And again, it does not matter if you have followers or not, okay? When you learn a system and you learn the skills that behind the scenes part of it, again, it's so much more than just being consistent, right? It's speaking to your audience, educating your audience, serving your audience. And when you do that first, baby, the money always come, okay? Stop focusing on when am I going to get the money? When am I going to get the money? And actually learn to be of value. Actually learn to, you know what I'm saying, help others and pull others up. And I promise you the money's going to always come, okay? So I know a lot of people always come back and watch the replay of the live. So again, if you are interested, in the comments, just put the word DWA if you're not a mom, okay? And I'll help you get started with that. Like I said, when you get started with me, you get my phone number. You also get a 30-day content plan along with I will set up your website for you because I want you to get going. Because a lot of people stress out about that in the beginning when your focus should be, hey, let me learn this information. Let me spend a couple of hours out of my day learning it. You can listen to it like podcast style, you know, so pop an AirPod in your ear, listen to it on the go, okay? And learn the information, okay? And it's high income skills, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's something about just learning high income skills. It beats any job any day. Again, people want a quick fix all the time. I'm gonna sign up for DoorDash. I'm gonna sign up for Amazon Flex. But look at all the work that you're doing. And people are so quick to be like, this is a scam. This is too good to be true, baby. That's the scam. Doing 40 stops for $50 is insane. And you got to turn around, put gas in your car, and you got to turn around and, you know what I'm saying? Like, you putting so many miles on your cars and stuff like that just for some pennies when you can sell one thing one a day. You know, I tell my mamas all this, you know, all the time. If you sell to one mom a day, that's $400. $400, okay? So again, if hustling harder is your thing, by all means, this ain't for you, baby. But if you want a simple system, structure, and something that's going to tell you what to do, tell you what to post, then I'll be happy to get you started, okay? But all right, y'all, if I don't have anybody in here that has any questions, I'm going to hop off of here. I probably will get on a little bit later. Like I said, I'm about to go run these errands. Baby, go turn it into some content so I can turn it into some more money, okay? And I'm not ashamed to say that, not embarrassed to say that, baby. Again, you better get in where you fit in, all right? It's 2026, y'all. It's 2026. You on this phone all day watching somebody create their dream life in front of you. You've been watching somebody for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, and you still ain't took action. You still ain't did nothing. So again, to each his own, you know what I mean? Again, don't complain about your situation when you have the opportunity to change it, all right? But all right, y'all, I will see y'all.